Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts released his end-of-the-year report this past Tuesday, and for literally no reason other than apparently it's just under his skin, he included a paragraph in his end-of-the-year report about how angry he is over the fact that public officials, which of course means Democrats, are accusing the United States Supreme Court of having some kind of political bias, right? I mean, that's the most absurd thing that John Roberts has ever heard. Here is what Roberts wrote in that end-of-the-year report. Public officials, regrettably, have engaged in recent attempts to intimidate judges. I'm going to have to stop your dumbass right there. Intimidate judges. The public officials are intimidating judges. There is one person in this country who is literally publicly intimidating judges, and that's the man that Republicans just made the next president of the United States. Donald Trump has openly threatened and intimidated the judges that were overseeing the cases against him. So how dare you sit there and accuse other public officials of trying to do that? That is the most bullcrap I have ever heard out of your disgusting mouth. Public officials regrettably have engaged in recent attempts to intimidate judges. For example, suggesting political bias in the judge's adverse rulings without a credible basis for such allegations. Public officials certainly have a right to criticize the work of the judiciary, but they should be mindful that intemperance in their statements when it comes to judges may prompt dangerous reactions by others. Oh, you mean like the death threats that the judges overseeing the Trump cases have got after Donald Trump publicly attacked him? Is that what you're referring to? Maybe. There's no political bias at the Supreme Court, says the man who was a political appointee. There is political bias in the court system, whether it's elected judges or whether it's appointed judges. That's why there's always fights. You know, when Democrats have the Senate and the presidency, they want Democrat judges. Republicans, same thing. Because they share the same ideology, and that's what they want on the courts. Is it a good system? Nope. But is it the system? Yep. To deny otherwise is to deny the reality of the United States, which apparently is what John Roberts is doing. You want to know why people think there's a political bias at the Supreme Court? Other than, of course, all of the fun little trips and everything that Republican mega donors are sending the conservative justices on that they're then not reporting back to us, or maybe the upside-down American flag following the certification of the 2020 election at Alito's wife's house. Rolling Stone put together a list of some of the things that this conservative majority Supreme Court has done in just the last few years. The Supreme Court has eliminated federal protections for abortion rights, limited the federal government's ability to regulate carbon emissions, protect Americans' drinking water, and limit ozone pollution, gutted federal agencies' ability to implement regulations generally, opened up long-standing regulations to new challenges, made it easier for states to enact racial gerrymanders, eliminated college affirmative action policies, found businesses can discriminate against LGBTQ+ customers, permitted public school employees to lead students in prayer, decided that companies can pay a public official's gratuities or thank you payments for corrupt contracting decisions, and broadly shielded Trump from criminal prosecution for any so-called official acts he committed as president. And each and every one of those things is actually part of the Republican platform. So you're going to sit there and deny that there is a conservative political bias on that court when we can literally read your decisions and it reads like a wish list of everything Republicans have ever wanted. So deny it all you want, get pissy about it all you want, you asshole. But it's real, it's there, you know it. You're just mad that the public knows it now too. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.